let's get this hooked up.
Yeah.
We're back.
We are back. We are live.
Just
it
like
is
we
Monday.
do. That's right. Every motherfucking Monday night right here, Replicon Radio. This week we got our very special guest on the motherfucking line. Give it up for Hyro the Hero.
Yo, what's up, man? What's going on?
What's cracking, brother? How you doing, man?
Chilling out on this road. Rockstar Disruptor. Having a great old time, man. I'm sharing a bus with Juliet Sims. Her husband, Andy Black, just came through, man. So, yeah, this is just dope.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. That's living the rockstar lifestyle. First, man, I want to say thank you for taking the time. You know, I know you're out there on the road to hang out with us for a little bit. And I also wanted to say I saw on social media, happy anniversary to you, brother.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, 1 year in the game, man. So dope.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Hyro's out there living the best life right now, man.
What they say, living my best life.
That's
exactly,
right.
Man. I'm still out here grinding, though, man. I gotta get, it's still a little work in progress. I'm starting off these stages, so I'm fighting for my crowd and everything. But it's doing good, man. I'm making a lot of noise, getting a lot of hype, so I'm happy.
This dude could pass for fucking Master P.
That's awesome, brother. Well, essentially, man, what we like to do, I don't want to keep you too long because I know you're out there on the road and
grinding.
I'm sure you're tired as hell. But, we like to get to know people, man. We want to go back. We go back on our Replicon DeLorean and our time machine. We like to go back to when it all got started. So, like, you coming up from Texas, man, I know right around, 2007, you're putting out your first mixtape. Like, what led up, and got you involved in the hip-hop and the rapping and the music in general? Like, how did it all get started for you back in the beginning?
Oh, yeah, man. I started off, I've always just been a fan of hip-hop, big fan of Tupac. And so, I started off rapping. That was my thing. And funny thing that put me in the rock was I had a girlfriend in high school who broke up with me, man. So that just made me so angry that I got excited. I was like, man, I got to do something, man. And I was making beats. But I was just like, yo, these hip-hop beats ain't cutting it. So I took a rock song and I sampled it and made it into, like my own little rock track so I can express my emotion, man. And it kind of all started from there. Digging into new music, learning about, just new rock songs. I got into Bad Brains at the DriveIn, Rancid, different punk rock acts and things like that. Oh, yeah. And I just went down that road from there, man. And, I always like to scream on tracks, really, because I used to listen to Tupac and thought he was screaming. So when I rap, I'd be like super loud. So it really helped with my voice today.
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's just a different, obviously, like you said, growing up. So even then though, you were rapping, you were just so angry that you had to use the rock music to help express yourself.
Yeah, man. See, with rock music, it's a different form of expression. That's why I really love my live performances, because I can wild out, use all my energy, man. It's all like therapy. I get off the stage and I'm sweating, but I know I gave my whole heart into it. Hip-hop a different ball game. It's just kind of like being laid back and being cool, and that's their personality. But, I got a lot that I want to express when I'm on that stage, and rock and roll is the perfect platform to do it. When somebody plays the guitar, they play the guitar with their emotion. If they mad, they're going to hit it mad. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hit the drums mad. If you're mad, if you're chilling, you're going to chill with it. So it's a whole different form of expression, different from, just robot production kind of.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. So, So you did that, like with the one. Has that always kind of been your, I guess your lane? Like you know what I mean? Like obviously, like you said, you started out in mixtape. You're putting out, or in hip hop, you were putting out mixtapes and stuff like that. Just like any hip hop artist would do. Is it you just did it that one time and you fell in love with it? And it was just like, I have to do this, or?
Oh yeah, man. I just thought I was on to something else when I started doing it. You feel me? I just felt like I was like, man, I can take, because I like the breakdowns in a lot of rock songs, and it always felt like hip-hop to me. So I said, let me loop these breakdowns, and I can make like a dope-ass mixtape out of it, man. And that's where, just searching for different samples led me into different dope rock artists and things like that. And I just kind of found a wave in that. And I felt like, I was kind of a little ahead doing what I was doing. But you fast forward now, all these new rappers is basically kind of like rock acts, man. They really love rock and roll. Got the emo kids, you got the punk rock kids at the hip hop shows. They doing mosh pits and stuff. So
you got Lil Wayne
back in the day.
Lil Wayne on tour with Blink-182 right now.
Yeah, man, you see that? Yeah. I felt like I was a little ahead of everybody. They didn't know what I was doing at the time, especially the young people that was around me at that time.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of cool to see what I can still be in the game doing my thing at another level.
Oh, absolutely. Now it does. You know, I mean, at this point, you're gonna be the You know, once everybody else catches up, you're gonna be the expert. So.
That would be dope, man.
So you mentioned you got into rock. You started liking like Bad Brains, Rancid, old school punk like that. But then you said you got into like at the drive-in, and you know, obviously you ended up linking up with Paul, who was a member of At the Drive-In, Mars Volta. Like, how did you end up, like, as a fan of that band? How did you end up as a hip hop artist even getting in touch or getting involved in that world? Like, how did that all come about for you?
I got when I came out to LA, Tino became a homie. Tino from the Deftones became a homie, man, and he just was kind of like, bro, this would be dope if you get these kind of people on it. So he helped in the process, you know, kind of putting together a little all-star lineup with Ross Robinson, man, and it was Paul from At the Drive-In, Mark and Cody from Blood Brothers, and my boy Daniel from Idiot Pilot on my first album. And it was like, you know, almost like an all-star record, man. You know, Tino been a big help in the process for real, so that was just super dope for me. And then Jonathan Davis said that was one of his favorite albums. And you fast forward today, I got Monkey on my new album, Flag Channel, so it's just been, man, I just got a lot of respect in it from that first album too, man, and it's been all love. Even on this tour right here, man, it's been nothing but love from all kind of people, man.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. That's so cool to hear. So I guess,
yeah.
So when you started out, like you said, Chino kind of brought you in and helped you out. Like, you were actually doing stuff like the Warped Tour, and you were like playing a lot of overseas. Like, how did you end up? Like, as a hip hop artist from Texas, how do you go how do you go from hip hop artist to Texas to hanging out with Chino from the Deftones and on you know what I mean?
It was my old manager actually. He kind of discovered me on MySpace, so he was kind of cool with Chino. He had a lot of connects, and so he'd bring me around everywhere he go, man. You know, I'm a cool personality, so I got cool with everybody. And then when I had the music to back up everything I was doing, that just kind of put everything into perspective, you know.
I gotcha. Awesome. That's damn good company to be in.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I'm so happy I didn't like jump into the game because I had one song. Like when I moved out to LA, I thought, oh man, I'm about to be super famous and all this stuff. And you know, didn't work that way, which is good, man. I had a slow process of building, and I gained respect along the way, and I believe that's going to lead to longevity in this game, man.
Absolutely, yeah. It sounds like you got a lot of fantastic people in your corner. That's a damn good place to be in.
Oh yeah, man. Nothing but love. Just being cool, being humble, man. I think that brought me a long way.
That's what's up. So you're just out there on the road, kind of grinding, pushing your mixtapes. You link up with Chino. He hooks you up with Ross. You get the band together, like all the people you just named. Obviously, legends, at least in like punk rock music and rock music, with, you know, At the Drive-In, Mars Volta, Blood Brothers, all that.
Oh yeah.
You do the first record, the Birth, School, Work, Death, and this came out in 2011, right?
Yeah.
So then what? You go. I mean, obviously you're out there, you're touring, you're all over the country, you're overseas a lot at this point, right? Like, what was life like at that moment in time for you?
Oh, incredible, man! It's crazy how overseas they show so much love. See, if they like you, they like you a lot, man. And so they gave me nothing but love, man. I even got some people from Brazil coming to the show tomorrow who used to be, you know, they went on the shows when I did a tour with El Nino in Brazil, and they remember me from back in those days, man. So it's been all love every time you go overseas, man. It's incredible when you go over there. And I just gained my chops, learned what I need to do, how to rock and roll, learn how to rock live. And it really helped me gain that extra footing. And then from that, I kind of like wanted to go a different direction. I wanted to dive into hip-hop a little more, learn my structure. That's why I had this big break in between my old album and my new album, Flag Channel. So I wanted to take some time away to kind of really learn my craft a little more. You get what I'm saying? Because my old album was dope. But it was I didn't have my choruses how I wanted. I didn't have, it was just more like straight punk rocking at you. This time I wanted to create like a great album with structure, you know what I'm saying, builds up proper things, from my perspective. And I took that time away, did that, And man, I came back strong, man. I'm happy.
I would agree based on the new record for sure.
Thank you.
So like I said, the record came out in 2011. You're blowing up overseas. Kerrang! Magazine, which is a huge metal magazine, called you the best newcomer. You're doing these big tours, and even on the hip hop side, you were out there playing shows with Wu-Tang Clan, which is huge for anybody.
I know.
Like that's massive. Dope. That's epic. Like,
oh, bro, yeah, I've been in some crazy stuff, bro. And to really explain, I don't even know how these opportunities come up, man. It should just be happening, you know. And that's why I like to tell people, man, as long as you're working hard, you put your heart into it, man. You know, things will just kind of come around to you when you're really about it. You feel me? I never thought about money, hardcore, or nothing like that. I just love the music. You know what I'm saying? The money will come. You feel me? As long as I can eat and do what I love doing for a living, That's all I wanted.
That's awesome. So, that's awesome. That's super dope. That's refreshing to hear from any artist in any genre. But yeah, it's dope because obviously this is the first time we've ever spoken, like 30 seconds before we went live. But I've been a fan of all types of music. You know what I mean? Like I grew up I was super into at the DriveIn when they were still a band and you know, bands like that, and taking, you know, the punk rock scene and rock scene and their community. You have that community vibe of like hard work and doing it for the love of music, but you also have the hip hop community where their community, it's different. And I've been a big fan of hip hop, and I've run a lot of hip hop shows. But you have the best. You have the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a fucking amazing combination.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I come from a little hood and all that stuff like that. But like I said, all I seen was in rock and rap, whatever. It's the same attitude, man. It's just that, you know, that angst, that, you know, that little anger towards whatever situation, man. And we both share that, you know. If you look at the old, you know, punk rock from back in the day, it's all graffiti and things like, it's all the same shit, man. So.
Yeah, old school hip hop for sure. Yeah, old school hip hop. So essentially, I mean, obviously, I'm sure, you know, you did your mixtapes, but like once you got into it, I mean, you were like straight out the gate, like touring overseas, Wu-Tang, Deftones. You went on tour with Mindless, Self-Indulgence, Hollywood Undead.
Oh yeah,
just to name a few. Man. Like I can only imagine what it was like being on the road with Mindless. But
Mindless was dope, bro. And I didn't even know how I got on the road with Mindless, man.
You just showed up.
Asked them, I just came, I got on it. When I finally asked them, they said, "Oh man, this dude named James Gunn is a big fan of yours."
The director?
Like, okay, cool. Yeah, it was like, I was like, who the fuck is James Gunn? Coming to find out, he was the director of Guardians and all this stuff. But this is before he worked on Guardians.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So this was like super dope.
He was
funny story
is,
I remember that. Yeah.
We just had Lloyd Kaufman. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, oh no, all good, man. The funny story is, I told him, I was like, bro, I heard he was working on Guardians, I was like, bro, put my music in your movie, man. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, Hyro, man, I'm just doing like a 70s soundtrack. And I thought he was lying.
Yeah, no.
I thought he just put my music on there. But come to find out, the movie is really all 70s because they found a tape or something like that in the movie. One of the
best soundtracks of that year too. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe who knows? Maybe we'll hear Hyro pop up in the new Suicide Squad because he's doing that too.
Oh shit! Out this.
You might have to pull that number up. Like, hey fam.
I know, man. I get back in touch with him.
I could see Hyro bumping behind when the Joker comes out or some shit.
Oh yeah, bro, that would be sick, man.
That's amazing. That's cool, man. Dope.
But that kind of explains how a lot of my opportunities come, man. A lot of stuff just be random, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is just, you know, been talking to people, and it's not like I super shoot for it, man. It's just, you know, I let the music speak for itself. You got to come with the hard stuff, you know. And we're in a day and age where music is so quick. That's why I still want to make it good to the ear, but I want you to know that it's dope on first listen. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of, like, I look at hip hop, they're doing like 2-minute tracks now, because the listeners, some of these kids, I guess, they fall in love with how quick these kids make music now. So it's a different ball game we in compared to when we were young.
Definitely, yeah. The attention span and everything else.
Oh yeah, man.
But
that's why I like this. My album, something you can sit with and vibe, and I just hope it stands the test of time. I got some new stuff coming soon too, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazier.
Hell yeah, that's exciting. So, I mean, you touched on it a little bit. Obviously, like the first record came out in 11. All these big tours and all these big things are happening in 2011, 2012. You know, you said you took a step back. Like, you just literally like go and like take yourself to your own school of hip hop, or I mean, what? The new record just came out in 2018, so I mean that was, you know what I mean, like you're on top of the world. Like what happened? Like, was it a personal thing?
Well, not it was just more so I wasn't feeling the direction my stuff was going at the time, because I felt like, because this was around the time where hip hop was kind of taking over. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like it really wasn't no room for my stuff at the time. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to kind of step back a little bit. You know, I always been kind of thinking ahead. You get what I'm saying? So, and I always been like a hip hop dude. So I said, I'm gonna work on my stuff, make some music, chill back, let this ride out. Hip hop was taking over, doing that, and in the meantime, I was working on my album, man. So I was getting everything together for the lyrics. Sit back, come to this time, you know what I'm saying? And look at what we have now. We got the FIFA, we got, you know, Fire Against the Gods, we got me. We got all these dope ass type of hip hop rock type acts going on, man. Fire from the Gods, my bad. And fucking there's all these dope rock hip hop acts coming out, man. So this is the time where it's coming back around with a new flavor, man. And I'm happy to be a part of it.
Hell yeah. So you're on top, you know, your own on top, I guess. And you just kind of took a step back and just prepared for battle, more or less, right? Like you're out there. I mean, you didn't run away. You were behind the scenes plotting.
Nah, I ain't really run away, but I just really it was a lot of other things, you know, business stuff and stuff like that. It just didn't make sense at the time for a lot of things, man, to be going out so far away and doing this. I didn't really have a label. I did it all independently.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying? So that was really hard, totally different doing it independently. So then that's why I said I need to sit back, come with something epic, you know what I'm saying, and get down with some of the label people and all that, man. And that really changed my situation. And at the right time, too. Because, you know, I was real young at the time. I'm older now, man, so I kind of see the game and know how to operate a little more. I can come correct on stage even better now, man. So I love it.
That's awesome. So 2018, you came back with a vengeance. You released Flag Channel. It's available everywhere right now. And then the single Bullet, man, like you ended up like number 30 on the rock charts. Like, it's still blowing. Like, it's still to this day, it's still running its course.
Yeah, man. I ain't expected to do all that, but I'm happy, man. You know, people connect with something. People connect with the message. They connect with the energy. Because my whole thing, you know, is us against them. You know what I'm saying? It's 99% versus the 1. kind of thing. That's how I get down. We all broke in this together. Yeah, we ain't rich like that. You get what I'm saying? So we all got that in common, man. I don't want no black against white, nothing. This we all together. Absolutely. Against this, trying to get stuff right, brother. So I'm all about that, and I think people can see that message and connect to it, man. And it's been rolling. I got a lot to say.
For sure. And obviously for people out there, definitely go check it out. We're gonna play some of it too. That, and then I mean, I don't know if I'd be wrong to say, but Never Back Down is probably on its way up there with Bullet Man, which is another fantastic single from the same record.
Thank you so much. I love that, because Never Back Down, man. You know, I'm a real fitness dude, and a lot of people who be in the gym say that's their anthem. So that right there really hits me hard, man. I love that. No,
like Bullet, like the few people that I've showed it to, and I'm sure you've heard it a million times, is like people are comparing it to like Rage Against the Machine, which is like epic. Nobody gets compared to Rage Against the Machine. You know what I mean? It's like,
I get that a lot. It's not bad, you know.
No, it's a huge I mean, yeah, like no one has been compared to Rage since Rage. Like no one can stand up to. I mean, that's politically charged, but like the lyrics, the music, everything, it's just a perfect combination of all of it together, and you were able to accomplish it.
Man. Yeah, to get compared to that is a dream come true, man. So I love it.
That's awesome, man. So I mean, is that Are you? I mean, obviously in your music, but is that? Are you like all? Are you pretty politically charged? Are you? I mean, do you have an agenda? Like Rage Against the Machine was out to, to make people aware and like. I mean, is that
that's
something?
Basically me. I just want to make. I'm more of making people aware because if it comes down to the political shit, I don't like none of them. You get what I'm saying? Really?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's not really no choosing sides for me. It's just basically like, hey, there's a bunch of shit wrong. They trying to separate us. It's chaotic, and they use little things to separate us, black and white, political stances even much. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a common ground where we could all come together and really just, do this thing on our own the right way. You feel me? I don't have all the answers or nothing, but as you can see, with my music, I'm just trying to figure it out just like the next man. I'm not trying to be the leader of anything, but I just want to be a voice out there that we can all talk and make something happen.
And I mean, music's one of the easiest things to bring people together. That's why Rage had such an impact, because people of all different walks of life, black, white, brown, yellow, young, old, they all, they all felt that. They all, like, and they didn't interact with each other, but they ended up finding this music that said, hey, we all have the same story, the same issue. You know
exactly, man. That's why you won't never see me go out there saying names and picking sides. First of all, I don't want to time my damn music, man. I don't want you to play my shit 20 years from now and I'm talking about some news from 99. You get what I'm saying? So I really don't want to time it like that, man. I want to do something that can resonate for years from now.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. And I can't wait to hear what's next. I can't wait for people to hear, what's going on right now with the Flag Channel. Check it out. Get inspired. And you're, like we mentioned, you're out there on the Disrupt Festival tour with the U's, Thrice, Circus Survive. Like,
so sick, man. Yeah, I just talked to Anthony Green, man. Anthony Green came and showed me love. He's another one who helped in the beginning, too, man. I had sampled his song, I think it's called Living Together. Okay. And I sampled that and made a song called Noose Around Hip Hop that went to the front page of MySpace, man, and he promoted it and showed love. So yeah, man. So that's another little cool story from my past too.
And then
it comes back around, man.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's how it works,
cool,
man. It's cool to hear that. Like things, either people you met or things you may have done, all in a positive light, coming back around to you in the future. That's good.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy how the world works, man. Especially when you keep up the hard work and just believe in the process, man.
Yeah. No, that's a crazy lineup, man. I mean, what's it? Obviously you've done it before, but what's it like being like? I mean, obviously you rock, but like essentially you're the only hip hop artist on these tours. Is it? I mean, are you well received from the kids that come out to see Circus Survive and Atreyu? Like, is it all like?
Oh yeah, man! I'm definitely getting well received, man. This has been wild. It's been crazy, man. I'm a little early on stage, so I don't get all of the crowd, but I get enough people, man. I can draw some in, so it's dope. And I've had little picks and everything, man. So I'm happy.
That's the shit.
Yeah, it's been all love. Once I see that pitch going, I say, oh yeah, it's love.
No, it's dope, man. It's cool. It's a cool thing to see because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, not only are you getting, the recognition from these fans that may not know you, but you're possibly these fans that may not know too much about hip hop, maybe inspired by you, be like, oh, maybe I like that stuff. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, it goes both ways, and that's good to see.
Yeah, man, it's so dope. I mean, yeah, all of the bands and everybody loves me, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny, when I go to these different venues, I got my chain on, I got, I'm looking all hip hop. Yeah. The security mode, they be like, what are you doing here? They always checking my pass.
Fuckers. Those fuckers.
Yeah, the wrong thing.
Like, you're in the wrong place.
I love their eyes when they see me on stage. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's dope though, man. That's cool. I would love. You should just make videos of all the fucking staff at all these places, man. That's hella dope, man.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, and if you guys are out there, everybody listening, man, make sure you guys go check out Disrupt Festival, brought to you by Rockstar Energy. Like I said, all kinds of dope bands. It just started. I mean, you guys are in Texas, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, New York, Toronto, Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, Michigan, Illinois. You guys are playing a freaking...
over the place.
Yeah, everywhere.
And after this, I head out to Afro Punk in New York, August 24th, man. I can't wait. That's going to be insane.
Hell yeah. And you're doing like a cruise thing too, aren't you, in the next year?
Oh yeah, I'm back on Shiprock, man. And a lot of the hype and stuff came from Shiprock. Jose Mangan, who put my stuff out there on Octane and all that, Liquid Metal. He just shows so much love, Sirius Radio, man. So a lot of this came from that whole camp and stuff, man. It's truly a lot of love. They helped push me to where I'm going right now.
That's awesome, man. And that's just being nice to the right people. Like,
oh yeah,
all it is just out there being nice, man. That's what's up, dude. So okay, and probably, I'm sure. I mean, you seem like the type of guy that now that you're back at it, you're going to be steady on the road for a while now, right?
Oh yeah, that's the goal right there. Stay on this road, keep rocking. I want to get down. I want to get some time to finish my new album. And yeah, man. And once I do that, I'm back on the road, and I want to perform like crazy.
Hell yeah. So you're already working on the follow-up to Flag Channel. We don't have to wait another 7 years for the next record then, right?
Well, I got a few songs with some dope names, too. I can't talk about it too much now. I got a few songs with dope names. So I just got those like in the bag, but I'm going to still go and work on some more when I get to sit down.
Awesome. So we can expect some heavy features on the follow-up then, huh?
Oh, yeah, man. That's one thing. The cool thing about me is I can go to different bands and make songs, man. I'm a hip-hopper, so I can go track to track with anybody. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's
I'm not
awesome.
like stuck in a band. I can go to all kind of. I got like all-star lineups, man. That's super cool. I try to do it like hip-hop, just kind of a lot of guest stars, features, how they do it.
Yeah. No, that'll be. I'm excited. Like, I don't even know who you're referring to, but just a small amount of people that you've already either worked with or know is exciting to think about the type of people you'd have on your record. So.
Oh yeah, man. I'm on Disrupt with all these bands, so I'm about to make some friends and do. I'm trying to make that happen.
Hell yeah, yeah. I would love to see Hyro and Bert from the U's getting down, man. That would be.
Oh, bro, yeah, that'd be epic.
Yeah,
that'd be epic.
I grew like see the U's is the type of band that I grew up like. You know what I mean? Like I was the kid going to the punk rock shows to see the U's. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. My
like
guitarist the same way, man.
Yeah.
He said he watching all shows of the U's.
That's awesome.
Every minute.
So you're out there on the Disrupt tour. We got the big festivals, the cruise, more shows to come. Already working on a new record. I mean, everything is sounding fucking amazing for Hyro right now, man. Is anything else we can look forward to in the upcoming 2019?
Oh man, yeah, just me working on new music, coming out to these festivals. I got that festival, and then I have another tour coming. I don't know if I can announce it yet, but I'm gonna have another tour situation coming soon too, probably around September-ish. So yeah, bro, I'm gonna be out there. So it's just about me, doing the footwork, getting out there, gaining the fans one by one, man. And you look at my Instagram page, I don't got a lot of followers or nothing, but they all real fans, man. You feel me? So that's what I love.
Absolutely, man. Well, you definitely got some new fans tonight, just in us and hopefully in our listeners as well.
Oh yeah, that's super dope.
I was gonna say, obviously, you're the Birth School Rock Death and the new record Flag Channel is available on all streaming platforms, Spotify,
all
iTunes,
platforms,
all that. And I think
all
you have physical copies available on your website or no?
Oh, I'm not so sure on the website. I got them while I'm on the road, though.
We'll
I got
pick
a
them
bunch
up.
of physical copies.
Pick them up in person. Now, is there any place anybody can find your old stuff, your old mixtapes, or is that available anywhere? Like the Rock and Roll Gangster, or Gangster Rock?
Sometimes. I just look on YouTube. I look for them sometimes. I can't even find them. Yeah, but you gotta search Hyro the Hero, my old name.
The DA.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was wondering if maybe it was available anywhere. You have to pull those together and re-release them someday or something.
I know, man. I'll be looking for some songs. But there's a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff you can find. I got a bunch of little random things out there. Been doing this so long.
Maybe someday in the future you can sample your old self.
Oh wow, that's actually a great idea. Right? That would be dope.
Hell yeah,
that would be sick.
So that's exciting. Like you said, you can find him hyrothehero.com, HYRO the Hero, on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm excited for it, man. So I do have one more question for you, just because we asked all of our guests. Essentially, if you have 3 albums that either inspired you as an artist or as a man, or just touched you in a way that you just can't, you know what I mean, good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be. I lost you. He didn't like that question.
Apparently not.
Let's try again. He said, I didn't like that question.
Your call has been...
Oh!
He might be trying to call us.
That's a possibility.
It is.
His phone may have died. He was, he mentioned that he was not fully charged, but he thinks he was good to go. He may have been incorrect about that. We'll see.
Call has been forwarded.
Oh yeah, that's probably I think it's a dead phone. Maybe he's plugging in and he'll call us back. Either way, man, shout out to Hyro. Super dope. I really wanted to get that question though.
I know, right?
I'm sure he's plugging his phone in because he said it was low, but he was like, I think I should be good to go. We got time. Oh man. But you guys should go check that dude out because he's super fresh, super dope, super different. Sounds like a super humble dude, man, working hard for a long ass time.
For sure.
Literally just kind of stall for a second in hopes that yeah. Shout out to Hyro the Hero. We did not get reconnected, but we spoke later on, and he enjoyed his time and just had a dead phone out there on the road. So shout out to him. Go check him out. That interview is from June 24th, 2019. This weekend, he's dropping a brand new single with Twisted, and I'm sure we're going to see a whole lot more of Hyro the Hero. Go follow him. Go comment on his pages. Let him know you heard him on Replicon Radio, and hopefully we'll have him back in 2020. Yeah.